Officially, Arsenal defenders' season ends. Due to injury, will miss Real Madrid clash. Arsenal announced in an official statement that the season for Brazilian defender Gabriel has ended due to an injury he sustained during his team's match against Fulham in the English Premier League. According to the club's statement, medical tests confirmed that Gabriel is suffering from an adductor muscle injury, which will require him to undergo surgery. Arsenal confirmed that Gabriel will undergo surgery in the coming days, after which he will begin his rehabilitation program to recover from the injury, officially ending his season. It has been confirmed that Gabriel will miss Arsenal's upcoming matches against Real Madrid in the quarter-finals of the UEFA Champions League. It is worth mentioning that Arsenal will play the first leg against Real Madrid next Tuesday evening, after which they will travel to Spain for the return leg, which will be held at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium on April 16th. Surprise. Real Madrid targets Mohamed Salah. Spanish media reports have revealed a big surprise, disclosing that Real Madrid is interested in signing Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian star and Liverpool player, during the upcoming summer transfer window. According to the reports, the Spanish club plans to bring Salah in on a free transfer if their Brazilian forward, Vinicius Jr., moves to the Saudi Arabian League. Signing the Egyptian pharaoh. According to the Madrid-Barcelona website, Real Madrid is considering signing Salah as a potential replacement for Vinicius Jr., who has not been performing at his best recently. Some within the club believe that the Brazilian star lost his focus after losing the Ballon d'Or to Rodri, the Manchester City player, raising doubts about his future at the club. In this context, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez is working on finding a suitable replacement. Despite the difficulty in finding a player capable of compensating for Vinicius in attack, the club sees Mohamed Salah as a valuable opportunity in the summer transfer market. Salah is considered to be a player with vast experience and a successful track record, making him an ideal fit for the strategy of Real Madrid's coach, Carlo Ancelotti. Reports suggest that Salah, who is approaching the end of his contract with Liverpool this summer, may be ready for a new challenge in his career after many years in the Premier League. Joining Real Madrid would be a huge step for the team, strengthening their attack with one of the best wingers in the world. Salah's future depends on Vinicius. In the end, Salah's potential move to Real Madrid depends on what happens with Vinicius. However, if the latter decides to move to Saudi Arabia, Florentino Perez would not hesitate to secure Mohamed Salah, who could become one of the biggest signings of the summer at the Santiago Bernabeu. Prizes. Real Madrid with a stunning statement. Ahead of Arsenal clash. In a surprising move, Zidane'S Zidane, former coach and one of the legends of Real Madrid, made strong statements ahead of the highly anticipated match between Real Madrid and Arsenal in the 2024-25 UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. Zidane, who led the team to historic achievements in the European competition, spoke confidently about Real Madrid's chances in the tournament, emphasizing that the club is always the favorite for the title, regardless of the circumstances or opponents. Zidane lifts Real Madrid's spirits. Ahead of Arsenal clash. During a press interview with a Spanish media outlet, Zidane said, "When we talk about the Champions League, Real Madrid is the first name that comes to mind. It doesn't matter who is in the competition, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is because Real Madrid has a great history in this tournament, and it's the club that knows exactly how to succeed in it. The team may go through tough periods or complicated matches, but when it's time to deliver, Real Madrid shows its usual character, the character of an invincible champion." The French coach continued, "Arsenal is a wonderful team, and they play entertaining football under the leadership of Mikel Arteta. They have a young and cohesive group of players, but they are facing Real Madrid, and the difference here is significant. Real Madrid doesn't only rely on technical quality, but on the character of the club, its great legacy in the competition. This is something that no other team in Europe can have with the same strength. It doesn't matter who plays in the lineup because the jersey alone carries the spirit of the competition. Real Madrid was born to be European champion." Zidane clarified that Real Madrid is not just a football team competing for trophies, but a club founded on the idea of European domination. He said, "Real Madrid doesn't enter any edition of the Champions League without its goal being the title. This is not just a tournament for this club, it's part of its identity. From the first title the club won in the 1950s to today, Real Madrid is the team that knows how to handle this competition perfectly. He added, "I'm not saying it will be easy against Arsenal because we all know how strong they are, but I am confident that Real Madrid has what it takes to advance. They have the experience, the mentality, and the players who know exactly how to handle pressure. Tough moments are what make Real Madrid." Zidane pointed out that Real Madrid always faces difficult moments in the Champions League, but they have the ability to overcome them. He said, "We've seen this time and time again. In every edition of the tournament, Real Madrid goes through tough matches, and even moments when the team looks close to being eliminated. But in the end, something unexpected happens, and the team comes back strong to turn the tide. This isn't luck. It's the result of the winning mentality that the club possesses." He added, "During my time with the team, we saw how we turned things around against Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Juventus, and many other teams. When Real Madrid is in a tough spot, that's when it shows its true nature as the greatest club in Europe." Zidane's message to the players: "You are the best, believe in yourselves." Zidane sent a direct motivational message to the Real Madrid players ahead of this crucial encounter, saying, "My message to the players is simple. You play for the best club in the world. You are the best. Believe in yourselves. This competition is yours. You made its history, and you know how things end in the end. Don't be afraid because you are Real Madrid." He added, "Playing under great pressure is something normal at Real Madrid. The fans always expect a win, and the press watches every detail, but this is where champions are made. Anyone who wears this jersey has to be ready to fight until the end." Real Madrid is the closest to the title this season. At the end of his comments, Zidane hinted that Real Madrid might be the closest to winning the title this season, drawing from his experience in the competition. He said, "In recent years, we've seen how Real Madrid won the Champions League when they weren't the favorites. But this season, things are different. The team has a fantastic mix of youth and experience, and a seasoned coach like Carlo Ancelotti, who knows how to manage these big matches." UEFA decision. Suspension threatens Rudiger's participation against Arsenal. A state of anticipation and concern has taken over the halls of Real Madrid regarding the potential absence of one of its key defensive pillars, German defender Antonio Rudiger, in the upcoming first-leg quarter-final match of the UEFA Champions League against English club Arsenal. This concern arises from the possibility that UEFA might impose a one-match suspension on the player. The reasons for these fears stem from Rudiger's behavior following Real Madrid's decisive match against local rivals Atletico Madrid in the round of 16 at the Metropolitano Stadium, which Real Madrid won. Reports suggest that Rudiger's actions after the final whistle did not sit well with UEFA officials, and these actions could be interpreted as conduct that warrants disciplinary intervention, potentially threatening his participation in the upcoming European match. In relation to possible UEFA sanctions, reports have also mentioned other players such as Kylian Mbappé, Dani Ceballos, and Vinicius Jr. These players could face fines or, in some cases, a one-match suspension, suspended for a year, provided they do not repeat the inappropriate conduct. This follows precedents of similar decisions made in recent months. However, as noted by trusted journalist José Félix Diaz, Rudiger's situation is different and more complicated, as his actions were seen as threatening and were not well received by UEFA's governing bodies. This makes the possibility of an actual suspension for Rudiger quite strong. The situation is expected to be clarified by tomorrow, Friday, as Spanish media reports anticipate that UEFA will issue its official decision regarding Antonio Rudiger's case. This decision will definitively determine whether coach Carlo Ancelotti can rely on his tough defender in the much-anticipated European showdown against Arsenal, or if he will need to seek an alternative. Zidane's surprise Flick, facing Real Madrid in the final doesn't worry me. Hans-Dieter Flick, the head coach of FC Barcelona, expressed his excitement after his team qualified for the Copa del Rey final, following their 1-0 victory over Atletico Madrid on Wednesday in the second leg of the semi-finals. Barcelona now has a date with Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. In statements published on the club's official website, Flick said, "Dreaming is allowed. It's a good moment for us, but everything can change quickly, and we must stay fully focused." Flick added that maintaining a clean sheet was the key to securing the win against one of the best teams in Spain and Europe. He confirmed, "We are extremely happy. We need to train hard and stay focused. We want to win more trophies. We've won one, but the club has room for more." Although he has the opportunity to win more titles, Flick was cautious, saying, "In my mind, the Clásico final is still very far away. It's not important now. There are many matches before that." The coach also praised Ferran Torres, who scored the only goal of the match, saying, "He played in other cup matches and performed well. He deserved to play.